No uterus, no opinion. What do you mean? I mean, men don't have to deal with the risks of pregnancy, so they shouldn't be opining about whether women have access to abortion. Okay, but the physical effects and risks of pregnancy and childbirth aren't the only relevant factors in the abortion debate. What do you mean? I mean, the abortion debate is about whether embryos and fetuses are okay to kill. It's about whether anyone is allowed to use your body against your will. Well, it's both. Your side claims no one can use your body against your will, and therefore, it's okay to kill fetuses. I guess. Either way, whether a woman can have her fetus killed or not clearly impacts men in a lot of the same ways it impacts women. Men don't have to gestate the fetus. Right, that's where it's very different. But can you think of where it's similar? Go on. Well, from the pro-choice view, most of the ways that child rearing impact women can also impact men. We talk about how women seek abortion because they don't feel like they have the financial resources or the quality of relationship or the career stability to be prepared to parent, but all those limitations can impact men too. If he's worried about things like that, he probably shouldn't be having sex with her. Do you mean if he consented to sex, he consented to potential child rearing? I mean, it's up to her if she wants to carry the pregnancy. Look, abortion, pregnancy, childbirth, child rearing, those include issues of bodily rights, but bodily rights aren't literally the only issue. If you include child rearing, sure, that's about a lot of things. But pregnancy is about bodily rights. In part, but even then, bodily rights aren't the only factor. What do you mean? You get that there are a lot of people who grieve if they have a miscarriage, right? Of course. And I don't mean just women. Men also grieve miscarriage. I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm not saying you're saying they shouldn't, but you recognize it's not abnormal for men to deeply grieve pregnancy loss. Okay, then you should recognize that men can be deeply psychologically impacted by loss through abortion, particularly since they don't have legal recourse here. That is sad, but it doesn't give them the right to force a woman to stay pregnant. I'm not saying it does. Then what are you saying? I'm saying men are just as capable as you and I are of caring about whether and when they become parents and about what happens to their children before birth. They aren't the ones who have to carry the pregnancy. Yes, of course they are not as impacted as we are by the physical tolls of pregnancy and childbirth, but again, those are not the only risks relevant to abortion. Men are deeply impacted mentally, emotionally, psychologically, socially, financially, whatever, by whether they become parents, and for many of them, by the health and safety of their children even before birth. If you think of men as full human beings who experience hope and fear and love and grief, then the no uterus, no opinion bumper sticker just sounds ignorant.